Hi there. Tonight we're going to be making a delicious chocolate bread pudding. Um, my 8-year-old daughter is the director tonight, so we're looking forward to having a really good time. It is delicious, it's decadent, it's in between a bread pudding and kind of a custardy cake. So it's a chocolate stout cake is what it is. So what we're going to do is you take 1.5 cups of stout beer, put it into a saucepan, save the rest for yourself. Put in 1/2 cup of whole milk or heavy cream if you have it on hand. Half a cup of sugar. And we're going to take that over to the stove and heat it up until the sugar melts. Okay, once I've heated up my stout beer, sugar, and whole milk, and the sugar has melted into the mixture, I added 1¼ cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I just stirred that until that melted. What you're going to do is set that aside for now and let that cool for about 10 minutes. Take 4 large eggs, break them into a bowl. Get a good size mixing bowl because you're going to be adding your bread. Four large eggs. Try and get them at room temperature, so take them out ahead of time. To this, you're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, real vanilla. Yum, yum. To this, I like to add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of ancho chili pepper, just so you get a little bit of heat when you take that bite. Let's whisk this together. While you're whisking this, set your oven, start your oven to set it to 325 and let it heat up. It smells good. All those spices mixed together. You can't go wrong with stout beer and chocolate. So, mix it all together. And then when you're ready, we're going to add our chocolate to our egg mixture. Okay, so we've mixed up our eggs, vanilla, cinnamon, and ancho chili pepper. What we're going to do, we've given our chocolate mixture, chocolate stout sugar mixture, a chance to cool down. We're going to temper it into our eggs. And the reason why we only pour a little bit at a time is to get the eggs used to the temperature and not scrambling them, because that would be gross. We add a little bit here. Whisk it together. Add a little bit more. Keep whisking. A little bit more. And go ahead and add the rest. And it's going to start thickening up because of the egg yolk, so it's going to make more of a custard mixture. But look at that beautiful chocolate color. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it smells so good. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take French bread, cut it up so that into 1-inch cubes about this big, and you want about 4½ cups. Leave the crusts on because it leaves a nice crusty top. And you're going to add these to your egg and chocolate and stout mixture. We're just going to press that down in there, because you want all of that goodness to get soaked up into that bread. Now this recipe is from Chuck Hughes, and there's always a note saying don't be afraid of how much liquid is in this, because the bread is going to soak it up. So it'll set really nicely once you bake it. Get all that goodness in there. Yummy! Okay, looks like everything's soaked up. I've got a few stuck in my mixer. Get those guys out. You're going to take like a baking pan. I have a 7 by 11 here. 9 by 13 is too big and a 9 by 9 is too small. So something about this size if you have it. And let's just pour our bread and chocolate and stout mixture in here. Leave nothing behind, people. Push it in there and it's going to bake up and puff up and set beautifully. Take a teaspoon, about a teaspoon of sugar. Sprinkle it over the top because it's going to make it nice and crispy. And then, for good measure, let's add a few more chocolate chips. Can anything be really, really too chocolatey? I ask you. Sprinkle some of those on top. And you're going to put this in a 325 oven for 50 to 60 minutes. So I'll see you in about 50 to 60 minutes. Okay, so it's been 50 minutes and we've taken our bread pudding out. I let it rest about 10 minutes so it's a little bit easier to handle because it's hot. I'm just taking a cookie cutter to cut down into it. Putting it on the plate. Oh, that looks good. And what I'm going to add to it, top it off with, is a little bit of homemade whipped cream with some vanilla and cinnamon. Let's put that on top. Just like that. Ooh, that smells good. Let's give it a try. Oh. That is so good. The pieces on top are crispy. With the crust, it's chewy. It's so rich with that stout. All the alcohol is cooked off, so all you have is that really rich flavor from the stout and then the chocolate and and then this whipped cream. So good luck. Email me if you have any questions. But this is chocolate stout bread pudding. Enjoy.